Hello, everybody, and welcome to another WDW with me podcast. As always, it's myself, Darren, and I've got Ashley alongside me.
And today, this is a much requested podcast actually, and it's about what to pack to take to your Orlando holiday, what to pack to take in your park bag, and what apps you need on your phone. So basically, any prep before you go and prep on the day.
Yep. So let's talk about this today, and we'll see where this one takes us. Yeah, so packing for that holiday. You're away for, well, most people go for 2 weeks. I would say the ideal time's still 3 weeks, but let's take it for a 2 week holiday.
Yeah.
So for us, family of four, we would be normally flying British Airways. So with British Airways, we would be getting 4 hold luggage
23 kilos.
each.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously your carry-on. We're going to talk about the hold luggage and what you should maybe be thinking about putting in that bag. I'm not going to lie. Mrs. WDW with me normally takes care of the kids' items and what's going.
And everybody else's, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I normally pack the majority of your stuff for you too.
This is an Ashley special. This podcast.
And do you know what is actually quite funny? It's been women that have been requesting this one.
You said it, not me. I'm just sitting here. My stuff just. I think it's part of the Disney magic. My stuff just appears there.
Yeah, your
my
stuff,
my outfits,
everything else you want.
my Roosevelt's hoodies, my park t-shirts, my hats. They all just suddenly appear in a bag at the top of the stairs. In fairness, I carry them to the car and from the car to the airport. I do my bit.
That takes all of 10 minutes compared to weeks of packing.
Listen, that 10-minute walk from that hotel at Glasgow Airport to the terminal feels like an hour when I'm carrying all those bags.
I bet it does.
So just.
Do you know, actually, speaking of walking to the airport, this should have been in the biggest mistakes that first timers make as the first item that's getting packed. Because you just mentioned walking to the airport feels like forever. Well, remember when you would go on holiday to Spain or something and you would always get brand new shoes. You'd always go out and get shiny white new shoes for going on holiday. On Orlando holiday, you'd just please don't wear new shoes.
Yeah, please don't do that. If you are buying new trainers, break them in before you go. Please do.
We have done it. We were daft enough to wear brand new Vans one year, and both of our feet were completely and utterly ripped to shreds.
And we both wear Vans at home.
Yeah.
And it never does that to us.
No, but these were new ones.
Yeah, and when you're doing 25,000 steps a day, your feet need a bit of care.
So pack. I would always say if you want your newish shoes that feel okay at home, wear them on the plane and things, wear them going, but also put a pair of older shoes in the suitcase, because then you know if they do hurt your feet, you do have a backup and you then don't have to go to the outlets and buy another pair of new shoes that will give you blisters in different places that it didn't give you before.
Yes, you will get blisters in places that you didn't know could physically blister.
Mm-hmm. Also, the spare pair of shoes comes in handy for those crazy downpours that you get. Yeah. And with the rooms being air conditioned, obviously it takes a good while for those trainers to dry.
This is another classic Ashley tangent moment.
No, it's next on my list.
Yeah, no,
spare pair of shoes.
No, I'm just saying that we're talking about the airport. We're getting to the airport. We're packing the luggage, and Ashley's off about first mistakes that people make with their shoes.
No. The first item to pack would be your old shoes.
The bit, just for advice for people, because it is something that we get asked as well, is what trainers would we recommend? That's a question that we can't really answer because everybody's feet's different. Everybody likes different trainers. I found while in the parks a pair of Nike Frees are suit my feet. The best trainers I've worn in the park, most comfortable I've worn. Yeah, you need to find what suits yourself. What seems to be highly recommended is Hoka. Is it Hoka?
Mm-hmm.
So if you wear them normally, probably take them with you. But yeah. So let's get back to the airport. What will we?
So our hand luggage mainly goes out empty,
Yeah,
other than one or two outfits per person within the suitcase, because we have had an issue before not going to Orlando, going on our honeymoon actually after we got married in Orlando to Gran Canaria, where my suitcase got completely and utterly trashed.
with a little trolley carrier,
I ran over it. Every outfit I had was ruined because makeup was smashed all over it.
glass
Glass perfume
was
bottles were
all over it.
smashed
Yep,
everywhere.
yep.
So now what we do is we don't actually have one suitcase per person. We mix everything up between all the suitcases. I mean, that might just be a normal thing that everybody does, but for us, we didn't do that
No, no.
because then I could look at it and go, right, well, they've got this, they've got that. So initially, I pack them as each person, and then before we go, I'll just mix them up a wee bit. So we do take a change of outfit for 2 days. I would say 2 days worth of clothes in the hand luggage. And then in one of the kids' suitcases, now our kids, I don't know, I suppose every kid gets hangry, exceptionally hangry. So we will pack like cereal bars, not for the plane, for over there. So we'll pack cereal bars, we'll pack multi packs of crisps because I don't know if you've noticed in our Facebook post, but a pack of ready salted Lays in the park is $5.
Yeah, but let's just. This is in the main suitcase. This isn't hand luggage. You're putting
No,
these.
I'm putting these in hand luggage.
Are you?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I do. I went in Ayla's suitcase. She had 24 packets of barbecue walkers
Okay.
on the way to
My
Orlando.
backpack, my hand luggage for the plane, in fairness, is just full of all the tech
It's
gear.
all tech.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come on to that. But even for the plane, I would just pack the kids a couple of colouring books. One year we took Play-Doh actually, and I remember the air hostesses actually saying to us, "That is incredible. I've never seen
Yeah.
that before." And it's not messy, so I think that was handy. They did enjoy
Yeah,
playing with
it's good.
that. The only thing is they did stop us at security because they didn't know what it was.
Yeah. We got put aside because it was in the luggage. Didn't know what it was.
Even they said that is genius.
Uh, but our kids are now at the age where they're happy with their iPads just
Yeah,
going, and paying for that onboard Wi-Fi is
£18 I think we were for the entire flight,
is absolutely golden.
which was incredible. I mean, yes, they ended up playing some games in the back of the screen
Yeah,
and the tellies, but so they weren't permanently attached to the iPads. And see, even if they were, I wouldn't even care
it
on a
saves them from
10-hour
getting
flight.
bored. It saves them from, the anger setting in, the bored.
It saves Orla thinking about her ears being
Yeah,
sore as well.
yeah. That's one of the things we need to try and.
So I wouldn't overpack for the plane. We've done that a few times. We've overpacked things for the aircraft, and they don't even look at it 90% of the time.
No,
So
no.
you're taking it there and then bringing it
Yeah,
back because they don't have time in the room to sit and play with the toys that you've taken.
yeah.
But yeah, we do pack all the snacks and things in the.
Just depend. Just pack it as the age of your kids.
Mhm.
I mean, we've been through the whole cycle. We had the Play-Doh, the little buildable toys, the little fidgety things that they like to play with.
Yeah,
Now we're at the stage where they're happy with their iPads.
yeah.
So we've been through the whole spectrum,
Mhm.
and things that worked for us. The Play-Doh was a master stroke.
It was a hit, wasn't
Yeah. The year that we flew and Orla was in the little seat, so
it?
with extra leg room, Ayla just sat on the floor
And
and
played.
played with just little.
It was the stacking cups actually. I
Uh,
remember we packed them for Orla, but Ayla was what 3,
yeah,
and she was sitting happily playing away with stacking cups.
yeah, just sitting in front of us playing away with it. So judge it by your own kids. As I say, ours are now at the age where they're they're not glued to their iPads, but if they want to sit for 8 hours on their iPad, we pay for the Wi-Fi for them, and it works for us.
I think also our kids, not so much Orla, she quite enjoys the kids' meals on the plane, but Ayla's very fussy
Yeah,
with regards to plane food. Ayla's like me, she feels really quite nauseous on a plane. So the smell of the plane food just that's her. She's gone. So we actually pack little tubs of Coke noodles
yeah,
and we ask the flight attendants for hot
hot water.
water.
They
And
won't. They won't do it in the food service. You actually have to go to the
yeah, you
cabin and
have to
ask.
go to them and ask, listen, do you mind topping this up? They've not eaten anything, and they will happily give you hot water for it. We took little plastic forks from Asda, didn't we? Or was it the IKEA ones? It doesn't matter. We took plastic forks anyway. just in case they wanted it before the meal service came round, so that we obviously didn't have a fork for it at that point. And the forks are wooden forks. Nobody likes eating
Yeah,
a
you've
wooden
got an aversion
fork.
to wooden forks
Oh, that's disgusting.
for some strange reason.
But also, this is just probably going to be common knowledge as well, but I always pack a spare few nappy sacks. Not that we've got kids in nappies, but to keep the rubbish in, because there's nothing worse. Your
Yeah,
kids are
yeah,
unwrapping sweeties,
yeah.
you get sweetie wrappers everywhere, you're stuffing them in the front pocket, they pull their iPad out, all the sweetie wrappers go everywhere. So we do pack like extra week kind of carrier bags or nappy sacks or whatever just for that.
We do try and keep our part of the plane clean though
Yeah.
and tidy.
And I think this last time we were away, I was obviously having chemotherapy. Well, I'm still having chemotherapy. But I was very conscious about like, and I know the planes have been cleaned, but I took my wee antibacterial wipes and I wiped down everybody's kind of seat handles and
Yeah,
tray tables. And yeah, if you open it and it's dirty, the cabin crew will wipe it for you.
yeah.
But I just wanted to make sure for me at the moment with a slightly weakened immune system that I had done it and I
Yeah.
knew. But
It's just good practice as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
and hand
Spe- that's
sanitizer.
a major for the park.
Yeah, I
Just
actually don't
just
even know if that's on the list.
just before we get there, hand sanitizer for the park. You think of the amount of hands that are touching the same railing that you're touching. You know, I don't mean to make anybody feel sick, but just take your
Yeah,
hand sanitizer and use it.
or even if I was looking at the new Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin ride vehicle
Yeah,
and everybody's been touching that wee blaster
yeah,
before you have.
yeah.
Um,
And I mean, the rides do get cleaned periodically,
yeah,
but it's not after every person.
no,
So just keep
no.
that in mind.
But back to the airport, I think that's really all we really pack in hand luggage, isn't it? Spare outfits, a few wee snacks for the plane, snacks for when we're over there,
Yeah,
because you will wake up at 4 o'clock the next morning, 3, 4 o'clock the next
yeah.
morning, and your kids probably won't be able to wait till 7 o'clock in the morning until
Food
their
courts open.
food court's open. So we also pack those little Robinson squashy diluting juice things in the hand luggage, because just for a different flavour, really,
It's not even
isn't
that.
it?
Our two girls aren't really the best at drinking just plain water.
One is, one's not so great. It's encouraging them to drink more and stay hydrated throughout the flight, isn't it? They always give you wee bottles of water on the British Airways flights, and just to put a wee squish of orange or blackcurrant or something in it always
Yeah,
helps.
which is also good in the
Medication,
park bag as well.
yeah, absolutely. Medication, we always pack medication in the original boxes.
Yeah,
Now, some people have said, "Oh, you don't need to," but I always think in an emergency, it's good for you to have your name on the box
yeah,
with the date it was prescribed, and just so they know exactly what it is.
yeah. I mean, it's something that we've never been asked to prove or
No.
show. So I mean, it's only through our own. I was always under the impression, and it might have been an old rule that no longer applies now, but I was always under the impression if you were taking medication out of the country, it had to be in the original box. I don't know where I've got that from. I don't know where it's came from, but I was always under that impression. So it's something we just naturally do.
Yeah, we do that anyway, and we'll make sure that's in the hand luggage just in case anything goes missing.
Yeah,
Tech gear, that's Darren's domain. Darren takes all the tech in a backpack.
yeah,
Charging cables, obviously you can charge your phones on the aircraft. I've got USB. It was only USB they had actually last
yeah,
time,
yeah.
wasn't it?
USB.
USB. We actually bought our kids the plug-in headphones. They're used to the Bluetooth ones, but I know you can buy transmitters, but I think they're like 30, £40 each. And if we were buying that, that's 160 quid
Yeah,
for the four of us to watch the aircraft telly. We're not paying that. You've already paid a fortune for your seats and things. So for us, we just use the ones that the aircraft provide. But the kids, their ears are obviously too small and they fall out. So we did go to, I think it was actually Smiggle, and we got them for like £5 or something,
yeah,
didn't we? Like
yeah.
the ones that go over
Over the
their
head.
head that plug in. Which even for their iPads is good because nobody else wants to sit and listen to all the garbage that they watch on YouTube. Or playing Roblox that they play now. I think for the plane, I would say that's about it. Have you got anything else?
No, basically, my entire hand luggage is just our tech gear, like our cameras and that we take, and
Hmm.
I've got a tech bag that I fill up, and it's got like our magic bands in it and stuff like that, and just my bag basically just goes up into the cabin in the plane
Yeah.
and doesn't go back down. But
We
we make sure that there's nothing in it that we need because
yeah.
it just goes up there and stays up there.
We also print off all our documentation. I know you don't need to because it's all digital, but we always print off a resta because what if the systems go
Yep.
down and they have to manually check? So for us, having it printed means that we probably get through quicker.
Well, we can only assume that,
Yeah,
if the systems were to go down. I've never
it's
touched
never
wood.
happened,
I've never seen it happen, but
but it might.
it might.
I know a lot of people say, "No, you don't need to. You don't need to." But to be honest, I'm a lot happier having the
You're
documentation
you're a wee bit old school.
a wee bit.
A wee bit old school.
Yeah. So I think for the adults, I would also say like a few layers. Not so much on your hand luggage as such. Well, maybe in your hand luggage. Like layer up. Sometimes the planes can be warm. Sometimes the planes can be cold. Yes, you're provided with a blanket, but you want to feel comfortable on the plane, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I enjoy the plane. I like the plane.
You
Plane's one
do.
of my favourite bits. I,
Yeah.
I like the journey.
So are
Uh,
we going down the route now of our main suitcases?
yeah, those magical suitcases that just appear with my stuff in a Disney World resort.
So for us, we always do pack. Like we buy the Spirit jerseys when we're over there. But actually, I've been looking in Vinted recently, and Vinted
Yeah,
have a serious amount of decent priced Spirit jerseys. Yes, they're worn, but I think people buy them if they go away and then they maybe don't go back to Florida and
yeah.
they just think, what's the point in me having them? I mean, I wear my Spirit jersey all the time because it is actually
We,
ridiculously
we are we
comfortable.
are big Spirit Jersey fans.
Uh huh. But so one of the families hadn't even heard of Spirit jerseys until I was speaking to them recently, and the husband has gone on and they now have 8 between them
Good effort.
from
Good effort.
Vinted.
And in
So
fairness, anything that we've bought the kids a couple of Spirit
yeah,
jerseys, etc., and Vinted, and they've been perfect.
they have been pretty
Obviously,
perfect.
obviously you're going to pay a little bit more for those ones that have been worn once, or
Yeah,
you know,
but they're still not going to be $80-$90
no,
that they
no.
are in the park. I mean, they are expensive. But even if you don't have those, like just pack maybe a long sleeve t-shirt just so that you can layer up because some mornings can be that little bit chilly.
Yeah, even in the height of summer. Yep.
And I think sometimes I'm one for this. If I get really, really warm during the day and it's maybe not cold at night, I just feel cold because it's it's
Oh,
been so warm.
when we've got a buggy in the parks, we've always got each a long sleeve top
Yeah,
under it.
yeah,
I mean, I'm normally in a Roosevelt hoodie anyway,
yeah.
so I've kind of got the long sleeve anyway. Anyway, but for you and the kids, there's always that, and it normally is a Spirit jersey
Uh-huh.
underneath the buggy, just for getting chilling out
Yeah.
if it does.
Just if we do need them.
And if you go on that water ride, like Tiana's,
Yeah.
you get a little bit wet. You maybe want to cover up a little bit, just even in the height of summer.
Yeah, we have seen those few people walking about with a white t-shirt that's been soaking, which is not the best. Not the best look. Right, another thing that I pack quite a lot of, and this is going in the park bag, but at the same time, it's something that needs to be packed in your suitcase. Ziploc bags,
Yeah.
because the meals and the snacks are so big
Yep.
that you might want to take some things away with you.
Especially in those buffet. If you're sitting down for a buffet.
Yeah, we're quite bad for taking a few pieces of fruit for the kids
Yeah.
because fruit is so expensive
Yep.
in Orlando in general. Like in America in general,
Yeah.
fruit's really
Yeah.
expensive. So we will help ourselves to an extra banana or an extra orange
Yeah.
just to take with us. Probably
And
shouldn't do that.
and obviously, well, you're paying for the buffet, so why not? Uh, if I could come out with my pockets full of Mickey waffles, I would.
Well, what I actually did the last time we were in Woody's, we were in Roundup Rodeo, and the bread in there, I don't know what it is about the bread in there, but oh my god, the bread's got like little pockets of butter in it. It's just delicious. I actually took an extra 2 of them away in my bag, in a Ziploc bag.
And I didn't know this, so you must have eaten them
I
yourself.
did. That's a story for another day. Might start a domestic now. So with regards to the kids, again, comfortable shoes. We always pack. They always actually end up taking too many pairs of shoes because they have like their sliders for the pool. They have their sandals. They have
Trainers.
trainers. They also have their dock sandals. So Orla had Skechers sandals this year, and she actually wore them more than she did her trainers. She said they were comfortable.
My best advice, right, and I don't know how this works with the magical Disney fairy that the bags just suddenly appear for me. Would be for the kids, especially because there's no worse thing than listening to your kid for 4 or 5 days complaining about blisters.
Yeah.
So my best advice for the kid would be you probably can't take too many pairs of shoes,
No.
especially on your first visit.
At least then you've got options
You've
should
got
they hurt.
options, yep. That would be my advice there to the magical Disney fairy that
Yeah.
just makes my stuff appear.
So we also take, and I know our kids are bigger now, but, and I don't know if every child's the same, but if our children see a splash pad,
They're
they
in it.
beeline
Yeah.
for it. And all the way across all the parks, there are splash pads. So we do take multiple changes of clothes to the park. So we take maybe a change each for them. But I, again, put these in Ziploc bags.
Yep.
So each child has a Ziploc bag, and then that way their wet clothes go in the Ziploc bag that their dry clothes were kept in, just in case, I don't know, for those, if, say your water bottle or something spills in your bag, then their dry clothes are still dry. A fan. So we take portable, handheld, rechargeable fans with us.
Yeah.
But also we had a fan that we could clip onto the stroller,
Yeah, yeah.
which was another absolute godsend.
Yeah, especially for those little ones that are going to be in the stroller,
Uh-huh.
like majority of the time. And what is it you put over the top of it?
See, it was like a big massive muslin square that you used to
Yeah.
get, like the wee kind of burp cloth type things, but I bought massive ones. And they've actually been really handy to use as like blankets instead of a thick blanket because they are so light and it
Yeah.
is just covering them over that
And
that
also
little
over
bit.
the hood, you used to put it over the hood with a
Yeah.
fan on, and it kind of created a wee kind of
Yeah.
air conditioned unit
Uh-huh.
inside.
Just to open the wee pocket at the back so the air could still go
Yeah.
through, yeah. Sun hats. As many sun hats as you can pack because the same thing's going to happen. They're going to get wet.
Yep.
Kids are going to put their head down to look at a splash pad and it's going to come up and soak them in the face.
Yep. Yep. And also just a sun hat in general to keep it's more to keep the direct sun
off
their head.
People are also saying about packing the what are the cloths that you can get wet, the cooling towel type things. We did buy them one year, and to be honest, they weren't that great.
No, they just they made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then they dried so quickly.
Yeah, so they made your t-shirt really wet when you put it around you.
Yeah.
And then they dried so quickly that you then had to go and try and find more water to try and... It was just... To me, it was just more of a faff than actually trying to help.
And they were expensive.
Yeah. So that's what I was actually going to say. So my mum bought one for my brother in Disney. And I think it was like $20 odd. But we went on to Amazon before the next trip. And we'd bought... I don't even know why we did buy them and why we did take them. But we paid, I think it was something like £14 for 4, and they were all different colours. So you all had your own one, but actually we didn't end up using them at all. So they are actually still in the suitcase.
I mean, by all means, if they might work for you, you can try them. But for us as a family, they did not work.
No. Another thing for those kiddies, it's common sense things, but sometimes it's very much, I've totally forgot to even pack this. So even if this is just like a wee triggered reminder, long sleeved swimwear, especially for those water park days, because you do not realise how much sun you're getting at a water park.
Yeah, it's really quite frightening, and as much as your sunscreen will say waterproof, etc., etc., it doesn't cope with it at all. I mean, there is nothing quite like the Floridian sunshine.
No.
You know, it's powerful.
So much so, actually, that brings me on to another point. We don't buy our sun cream here.
No.
We use our Instacart order and we get the Copper Tone Sport spray one delivered.
Is it a blue lidded bottle?
It's a blue tin bottle. And that stuff has saved us.
Seems to work the best for us as well.
So there's one year we did take sun cream from here. I think it was actually, I don't even know what one it was. It was bought from a supermarket and it was rated one of the best ones. But then I believe that was rated one of the best ones for the UK UV sunlight, not crazy Orlando.
That was the year that Orla got really badly burned at
Typhoon
Lagoon, and we were applying it. Right,
she was absolutely covered in it, and I mean covered.
And reapplied, covered, and covered, and covered.
And she still burnt.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we have not bought or taken any sun cream from here. We have gone with the copper tone one. Now, you can buy it on Amazon before you go. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive to buy
We
here.
buy it there, and I think we were something like $15 for 3 massive bottles,
Yeah.
which actually
It's nothing.
isn't a lot of money to save them from getting burnt. So, yeah, I would say don't, I can't say don't take your sun cream with you if that's what your skin's used to, but for our wee one whose skin is pretty sensitive, I would say, um, our sun cream didn't work in that particular UV
Yeah,
strength
yeah.
over there because it's strong.
Really, I mean, going right down to the basics, I've been in a few places in the world. I've been in Trinidad and Tobago. I've been in the Caribbean. I've been fortunate enough to be in quite a few places. I have never felt sunshine like I do in Florida.
No,
And don't get me wrong, I love it.
it's a different heat though,
It's
isn't
a
it?
different heat. The humidity, I love it. I obviously spent the year there working, so kind of got acclimatized to it. But it's a powerful sun, and I know that sounds silly to say, but when you go and you experience it, you understand what I mean. Yeah, all the Disney dads out there will understand the Disney dad backpack. I actually do a weight training program for 3 weeks before we
Before you
go.
go.
Putting things on my shoulders, walking about the kids on my shoulders just to practice this with the heat and the backpack. Our backpack that I carry with me most trips is predominantly our electrical equipment.
Yeah,
You know, our cameras that we use.
we do put one or two of our resort mugs in it just in case we do a
Yeah,
resort hop,
yeah.
so that we can take
And please remember
that
that
out.
when we discuss the dining plan uh, quite a lot, and we will be doing a podcast on the dining plan when we've got a spare 17 and a half hours to discuss it.
Yeah,
Uh, the refillable resort mugs are that they're only for the resort. Please bear in mind that the cast members in the park will not fill these up for you
they
with
won't even
even
fill.
water.
No, they won't even fill up your own water bottles with water. You've got to do that
Yeah,
yourself.
and it's a health and safety thing again. So again, as I said in one of the previous, please respect the cast members when they tell you this.
Well,
Okay.
that's on the next thing that people want to pack in their suitcase: reusable water bottles. There is, personally, I would say we don't take them because it's yet again something else to carry about. You can get free iced water at any quick service location across Disney. So for us, there is no need to carry about extra stuff. For us, no, carrying about a water bottle is just not worth it. I mean, we're,
No,
we're
it's
saying about
not.
carrying the resort mugs, but they go in
They're empty.
they go in the backpack.
Yeah.
They're forgotten about.
Or even if you are getting your stroller from Strolong Rentals, they normally come with a clip on the side of them. The mugs quite happily clip on there. They're no issue.
No,
As actually touched on, at any quick service location, they will provide you with a free cup of ice water if you ask them. So there is no need to carry water bottles full of water
if you
around
want
with you.
to, absolutely go ahead and do it. But for us, it's just not worth the extra
Wait,
weight that we need
well,
to carry about. That you need to carry about
we.
because I'm not doing it. So this is something that we pack every trip we go on. And maybe a lot of first timers maybe don't know that, but we always put in our suitcase pins for pin trading, official Disney pins. So our kids love to pin trade around the park. It's also another ideal thing for Epcot because it's another way of getting them to walk all the way around the World Showcase without moaning. For most shops within Disney, all cast members have pins.
Uh, as a former cast member, I enjoyed nothing more than pin trading with guests. Absolutely loved it. And I was actually, when I was there, it was 2009 into 2010, there was actually still the green lanyards and the green rectangles that only children could trade for, which is a little thing that not a lot of people knew. So those cast members that had a green lanyard on or a green hip pouch at that time could only trade with kids. You wouldn't believe the amount of abuse I used to get from adults because I said I wasn't allowed to trade with them. Uh,
Yeah, sometimes I think when adults are in Disney, they forget that they're
yeah,
adults. And I suppose that is part of the Disney magic. You go
Yeah.
back to being a child.
Yeah.
But our kids love pin trading. They do.
It's a great way to build the kids' confidence. See, if you've got a kid that is
Yeah.
shy and doesn't have a lot of confidence. Now, I'm not by all means saying have them go and talk to strangers,
No.
right? Because a cast member is technically a stranger, but you're in a controlled environment. So, and it's certainly helped our two with their confidence.
Yeah, but what else? And now you're talking about that cast members and strangers and things. This is going to be a different podcast regarding the parks. But one thing we always tell our children when we enter a park, we show them what a cast member looks like.
Yep.
And that differs from every land that you go in within the parks. They all look different. They all have different costumes on. So anywhere we go, we'll say, well, if you get lost in here, this is who you look for, or when
Yep.
you get lost in here. So as much as we're saying to them, yes, they're strangers, they also know that they can approach them should they need to, which I think also helps boost their confidence when they're going and speaking to them, asking, saying, oh, can I look at the pin board? Can I
Yep.
trade this pin? You're only allowed to trade 2 pins per person,
Yep.
per board or per cast member. Our kids both trade different, they both collect different things. So Ayla's mainly collecting like Marie pins or kind of princessy type girly things.
Yep.
And Orla is just Jack Skellington
And Sally.
and Sally.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Also,
And I'm Stitch for those that want to know.
Recently she has been trading for the little Mickey hands because she wanted to make the love heart out of
Which
Mickey
we
hands.
managed to get in the last day.
Yeah.
We had the right hand one for like the entire of the
And
trip.
every board we looked at had a right hand one. And we couldn't get a left hand. So we were out actually resort hopping one night and it was just us. We came across the left hand and we got it for her and she was delighted. So it's just another fun thing that we pack. We have a big massive bag of them. Some of them we look through and they're not worth a button to trade. They're not great. Because we did buy a big bulk bag on eBay and I think a lot of them are fakes, which Disney used to trade, but now they won't trade.
We could do a whole podcast on pin trading alone.
We actually could because it's such a great experience for them.
So let's leave that there and we'll come back to that.
If you do want to know about pin trading, though, feel free to message us and ask us if we can recommend like pin bundles or something that we can send you to buy.
I can tell you what pin's fake and what pin's real.
Yeah. So even if you have pins,
Yep.
you want to send us some photos, we can always look at them. Foldable hangers.
This isn't for the park bag.
No, we're not even on to park bag yet.
We were in park bag. We were in my backpack.
No, a backpack is what you need to pack. A backpack in your suitcase.
Okay.
You have to have a backpack in your suitcase if you're not carrying it on your flight.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm lost now.
Foldable hangers. Anywhere you go, any hotel, doesn't even need to be Disney, it can be any hotel. There's never enough hangers. Never. So I went onto Amazon and bought, I think it was about 20 foldable hangers. And we take them with us now, don't we? We hang them up in the little wardrobe for our things. Also, another thing we take with us is, do you know the little bottles that you get in like Primark, the travel size bottles that you can decant like shampoo and conditioner and things into? We always take one filled with washing up liquid because those resort mugs need washed. You can't use 2 weeks of a mug without washing it. That's just disgusting.
Yeah, and especially if you're like me and you need your coffee boost in the morning,
We
and
did
then
find a trick for that though.
and then
this
you're
year.
putting normal like juice in it afterwards. You know, trying to get rid of that coffee taste.
No, so this year we actually tried something. We used to carry Darren's resort mug up to the cast member on the desk, the cashier desk, and show them the mug and say, do you mind if I have a paper cup?
Yep.
Because I've tried and the mug just tastes, anything I put in the mug tastes of coffee. So they'll happily give you that. So we now don't put coffee in your mug, but we do take the washing up liquid just to wash out the refillable mugs at night and just leave them to dry overnight. So that has actually been a bit of a godsend because we've actually had to use it for stains and clothes as well. Because Orla's not exactly the cleanest when she eats.
Those Mickey ice cream premium bars with the chocolate coating.
Yeah.
Some of that goes home with you.
Blue raspberry slushies from Pinocchio's Village House.
Yep.
Like Sustain 2. A mini first aid kit.
Yeah.
We've spoken about the blisters. We also had one trip we were there with Ayla, and I don't know how she done it, but remember the big massive scalf she
Yeah,
got
it
in
was
her
like a
arm?
scale-like thing, but it was about 3 inches long.
It was huge. So we took Ayla to the first aid centre, and don't get me wrong, they
Just
are,
just touching on that, every park does have a first aid
yeah,
centre.
and they are fantastic.
It's highlighted in the map. It'll be highlighted on the app. So again, what we said about previously about familiarising yourself with the app. If you type first aid centres in, it will show you where they are in each of the park.
Yeah, they also provide you, so you don't actually have to carry your paracetamol and things about with you today. They will provide you a single dose
Yep.
of painkillers. And that goes for the children as well, because we were in the park one time with Ayla, and I think we'd forgotten, or we'd taken the medication out and put it at the side of the bed, and we'd maybe forgotten to put it back in our bag. And we went to the first aid centre, and they had given us a single dose of children's Tylenol for her, which was brilliant.
It's also a baby centre as well.
Yeah,
Just to
the baby care centres. So don't feel that you need to carry about bottles of water for your baby bottles, because the baby care centre has it all.
yep,
There's bottle warmers there. There's places to go and feed if you're not comfortable feeding outside.
yep.
There's nappy. I mean, every restroom has got a nappy changing facility, but I feel like the baby care centres are so much nicer. But you don't want to walk all the way across the park to get
The
to.
one in Magic Kingdom is stunning.
It's lovely.
It's based on Alice in Wonderland.
And it's got the television that if you've
Yep,
got older kids with you, you can just they can sit and watch the telly.
yep,
They also sell things like formula. They
yep.
sell things like bottles. They
Diapers.
sell nappies, wipes. They do. They have a lot. So if don't feel that you need to overpack, because there are places you can go to purchase should you need to. Obviously, you're going to be paying a premium because you're buying them in Disney World, but they are there if you do run out.
If you do happen to run out and stuff, and each of the resorts has a resort shop that covers like medical
Medication.
supplies. Again, nappies, diapers, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So don't feel as if you have to.
We also had nail clippers and things last time. Do you know what I did notice in the park shops the last time we were there, which I'd never noticed before? Packs of pants.
Pants.
Packs of pants, like children's pants, in case they have
It's
accidents,
quite a good idea.
which is a very good idea.
Mm.
And I'm actually wondering why they'd never done that before. Again, off topic. What I do like to pack, and I don't even know if Darren knows that I pack this, is a big, huge bag for life. I think Darren just thinks this appears there as well. This is deliberately packed for the washing, because I like to do washings when we're there.
Oh no, I know you pack that because we've got a Lilo and Stitch one.
Yeah, so I pack that for washings, but also it's very handy to have a spare bag for life underneath the stroller.
Hmm.
For example, you're staying at a resort that doesn't have a Skyliner, or obviously if you are at a Skyliner resort, those two parks that don't have Skyliner access, if you need to empty all the contents at the bottom of your
Yep,
stroller after a busy, busy day,
yep.
you
Makes it
can't
so much
carry
easier.
all that, carry a child, carry the pram, all at once. So if you've got one of them in the
See,
buggy,
as much as the magical fairies make my luggage appear in Disney World, the magical fairies, when we go to the bus, you and the kids go and sit down, and the magical fairy just manages to make the stroller, the bags, everything like that, just appears on the bus and then gets off the bus.
yeah, it's magic, isn't it?
That's what it is.
It's magic.
It's like a two-way street
It's
almost.
magic.
And I do know about the washing bag because we normally have two underneath
We
the,
have two, one for lights and one for darks.
yep, for dirty washing as well. So see,
Oh well, there we go.
I do pay attention.
There we go. Maybe we need to start teaching you where the washing basket is in the house.
What's the floor not count?
No.
Again, it's like a magic fairy. Things go from the floor and just end up back in my cupboard.
Yeah, it's magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Please tell me this is not just our household that's like this. So while we're on the subject of washing, I don't pack I used to pack laundry pods, didn't I?
Yeah, but we also used to take so much clothing with us. We don't do that anymore because every resort at Disney has a laundry.
Yeah, which needs an app to work, which we'll get onto that section in a second. The laundry day is my favourite day. I love laundry day in Disney. You walk into that laundry room and the smell. I wish, right, there's another candle company. So, yeah, if they could bottle up the laundry, scent, and put it into a
I'm sure it
candle.
is just. It's like. Is it not like? It won't be like. In fact, what is it called in America? I used to have to buy it for myself when I stayed there. Well, I can't even remember, but it's like you're. I'm pretty sure if you bought a bottle of Persil, it would maybe smell the same. You don't need to.
No, it doesn't. It
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
There's a specific smell in the laundry in Disney, and there are vending machines that you can buy your fabric softener and your washing tablets
Mhm.
there if you want. But I did used to take the pods, and I used to take them in a Tupperware, and actually they just took up space. So now what I do is I buy from Home Bargains the Dr. Beckman laundry sheets, and there's like 40 of them, and we just leave them in our suitcase now, and they go back and forward and back and forward. They're flat packed, so they don't take up any space at all. And you just put one or two sheets per load in the machine, and it's fantastic.
You're looking at me here as if you're kind of, Darren, this is what you're going to be doing the next visit.
No, I'm just looking at you as if to say, "Oh, is
Yeah.
that what you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what I do."
Hmm.
So I think that's us on what we take. So obviously we don't take a lot of changes of clothes. I did the last time because obviously since chemotherapy my weight has gone up and down and up and down, and it's just been, I didn't know what was going to fit. So I did overpack last time. And I did end up wearing the same four
So
or
what was the
five
excuse for the
outfits.
kids? Considering 3 out of the 4 suitcases going were 16 kilograms plus going.
Honestly, I think the excuse for the kids was that I just kept buying and putting in
Yes.
the suitcase.
Yeah.
Think, oh, that'd be a nice outfit, that'd be a nice outfit.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they did wear a lot of what they had. It just meant that what they did wear I had washed and it was ready to come home. I didn't have to then
Oh,
rewash.
if you're going to be washing, I wouldn't take too much with you
No.
because you will buy stuff.
We always take 3 suitcases out and come home with 4. So we've got a hold all that we put inside one suitcase.
Yeah.
And then we come back with 4.
Yeah.
Which we're entitled to anyway.
You will buy loads.
Yeah.
And I have no self control, so I do buy loads.
No, we know you don't have any self control. We came home with 4 popcorn buckets this year.
How for?
The Mickey thing, the Mickey soldier one from Christmas.
Yes.
We had the car, the truck.
From the Christmas party
Yeah.
that you specifically wanted, so that one's not on me. I'm still waiting on
Right,
the other
okay,
two.
we'll pass by this one right
Yep.
now. But we also came home with 3 bubble ones.
Now that's because one, Orla loves a bubble wand.
She
Loves a bubble wand.
She does. But
And
what I'm
2,
trying to say is,
we were there with friends who,
have no self control with buying our children things.
well, their children are their goddaughters.
Our
But
children are the goddaughters.
yes, they have no self control and can't say no to our children.
Yeah.
So that's the reason she came home with 3.
This is also true. But I do think like these are the things that we always buy the extra big suitcase. We take the extra big one, and sometimes you can pack that, and yes, it's overweight, but we overpack it with the lighter things, but the bulkier things. We take our reusable, a refillable popcorn bucket back with us, the main one, because you can pack that with things in your suitcase, and instead of paying $6 per popcorn, you're getting it for $2.50 every time you refill.
Although, from what I've seen this morning, we are going to have a problem with Orla because there is a new Bluey themed popcorn refillable bucket coming. Like just the normal one where you get
The circle one with the lid
$1.25. Yeah,
falls off.
there's a blue one coming for that, so she's going to want that.
That's fine. We'll get that. I mean, we do love the Disney popcorn, so it's not. Whoa, there's a crazy snowstorm happening outside. And what date is it? 25th of March. Wow,
Jeez.
that's crazy. That's what happens when you live in the west coast of Scotland and your little village that you live in has its own climate.
Yeah. The polar bears will walk past any minute.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, and that's another thing we put in. We do take a popcorn bucket back, and we also take silicone straws with us. Every Disney park apart from Animal Kingdom has straws. Does Animal Kingdom have straws? They don't.
No, they don't have straws. They don't have lids in the cup either.
No. So we take silicone straws specifically because
you don't like the paper one.
Does anybody like the paper one? We have found a little trick though that if you go to Joffrey's to get like an iced coffee, they do. I think is it sugarcane straws they have.
It's a waxy kind of paper. It's still biodegradable, but it holds its shape.
And we actually pick up maybe 5 or 6 of them every time we're at Joffrey's stand.
And in fairness, in the amount of money I spend in Joffrey's in a holiday,
I think we're entitled to
entitled to some extra straws.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joffreys, if you're listening, but I do love you. But yeah, I'm taking some straws.
Yeah, because honestly, if you can pack silicone straws, I would pack them. Also, another thing that we tend to pack, but this is in the tech bag. Why it's in the tech bag, I don't know. Is the clips for the magic bands.
Yeah, to keep them on your wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have lost multiple magic band in a ride queue, and we have found said magic band in the ride queue after backtracking and
Remember, your
retracing our
Magic
steps.
Band on the app will have a location.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You are going to need those battery packs. For
longer
us,
cables,
yeah, your longer
charging cable.
whatever phone you have, iPhone, Android, etc. Whatever charger cable you maybe use at home, take your longer one because the fuel rods come with wee shorter ones. So
Sometimes if you're holding the fuel rod behind your phone when you're charging it, the wire tends to snap
yeah,
because the cable is so short. So definitely take the longer
yeah.
ones.
And for us in our park bag,
Camera
yeah,
equipment.
we've got our tech, because we do like to try and vlog through the parks, etc. And I've got,
Capture as much as we
yeah.
can.
So in that bag, I've got multiple cameras. I've got you know memory cards. I basically take my tech bag with me most days.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ponchos.
Ponchos, yeah.
We've spoken about this in our last podcast. We did used to take the cheap ponchos with us. They don't dry, they rip, they are awful. We'd have splurged on the Disney ones. I think they were like $12 each, but they dry
You know how much
so
they were when
well.
I sold them in 2009?
I don't even want to know. It's going to make me feel
Six
sick.
dollars fifty.
That's ridiculous. But that's the thing. Also, I feel like we're very conscious about throwing things away now. And if you buy the kind of one and done cheap ponchos, that's just plastic that you're throwing into landfill.
It's effectively a single-use plastic. You
Yeah,
should know what you'd be doing.
yeah. So also the Disney ones, they're so much thicker. If they rip, Disney will replace them.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
did speak about that
yeah.
in the last one, and it will rain when you're there, so it's handy to have. We also used one for covering over one of the strollers because we didn't actually have a rain cover for it, and it was quite good because they used to peer the wee face through the wee
Good.
hole,
Yeah.
the wee hood.
Just to make sure they were still there.
Yeah. In the park bag, also Ziploc bags, which we've touched on.
Yeah, the refillable mugs. I'm sure we've already touched on this. I think I get mixed up earlier with what we were talking about.
The handheld rechargeable fans, the
Yep,
squashy diluting
yep.
juice bottles, bottles of water. So we do that, as I've said many times, the Instacart orders, we always order cases of water. We take a couple of bottles of water with us every day. As much as you don't need to, they're just ones that we can take the bottle
Yeah.
away and we recycle the bottle in the park. And we also take cans of Diet Coke or something like that with us because we'll touch on the next podcast, but Ayla was 10 this year, so she was an adult dining plan and couldn't get alcohol. So we are very much, we will beat the mouse when we can beat the mouse, so we do order the alcohol.
Yeah.
So for her to have a drink, yes, we could have bought one, but when we had the cans in the room, we just took them into the park anyway. So she still had a drink. She had the water. She had the can.
I mean, if you think about it, an alcoholic beverage with your meal at Disney World can be anything between $12 to $22, and that's included in your dining plan if you're over 21. So yeah, we'll take some cans and enjoy a beverage where we can, when we can, just to maximise that use of the dining plan.
Yep.
Which obviously we'll touch on, as I've said a few times. The dining plan will be a podcast or maybe two on its own. So yes,
Yeah, I think that's going to be a huge. In fact, today when I reached out to people to say anything you want spoken about, I've had about 7 back saying dining plan.
that is coming. Just bear with us.
It
We
is.
just
It's
need to.
just a lengthy one.
Yeah, it's going to take as much as we come onto these things, and we have a plan, but with Ashley's tangents, she does venture off
I
on
do
one.
like to sidetrack, but it's because something's triggered
Yeah.
in my mind. So back to the park bag,
Oh,
sun cream and like SPF lip stuff. Like we say, we use the copper tone sport one, which I think is a factor 30. I think you can get it
yeah,
higher than that
yeah.
actually.
You can get factor 50 as well.
Within the park bag, we also put in our pins, which you need to take out your bag for security
Yeah.
or they will ping.
That goes
Um,
for camera equipment, etc. as well.
yeah.
Just walk through the barriers, holding it in front of you. It probably will go off, but they'll understand what you've got in your hand.
Or if you
And
wear your pins around your neck on the
yeah,
lanyard,
yeah,
then they'll see that that's what's setting it off.
yeah.
What else do we pack in our bag?
Don't know, but it certainly feels
Crisps.
like you've got a few.
Do you know what we actually had to pack the last time that we should have never had to pack before? Our passports.
Yes, that's a touchy subject.
We have never had to pack our passports before.
Not normally when you go to the States, you will get ID'd. I mean, I get ID'd in this visit, and I'm 42 years old now. Normally, in all the years I've been going, I would either take a printout of my passport photograph area, or as we do now, just take a photo on the phone and show it to the cast member. Now, on the first day of the last trip, I got rejected for that, and they asked for my physical passport.
Luckily, we were at the hotel.
Yeah. So, but then again, there was a few times where my photo was accepted. So I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of what's happening with that just now. But if you are planning on having an alcoholic beverage in the parks or at the resorts and that, I would carry your passport with you, which isn't ideal. In fact, it's far from ideal. But yeah,
I
it will be
think
needed.
we've got a few old passports, like one for each of us. I'm maybe going to try that next time. It's not, obviously, it's out of date, it's expired. They didn't ever look at the expiration
No,
date,
just get
they'll
your date of
look
birth.
at the date of birth. So I think we'll take, obviously, our passports to get into the country, but older passports next time to carry about the
It
parks.
still frightens me that all they need to do is look at the first two letters, the
Numbers.
first numbers of your date of birth. If it
As soon
starts
as they
with
see
19,
19,
you're okay.
yeah,
That makes me feel so.
yeah. And also remember that in the States it is 21
Yeah,
for alcohol.
and it's very strict.
Very strict.
Very, very strict.
Another thing we said earlier about having in the bag was the antibacterial wipes and the hand sanitizers. We also, our kids love to wear ears. They love the thought of wearing Disney ears, and then halfway through the day they want
Yeah,
them off.
yeah.
And we don't like them getting crushed. So I have little silicone type
It's like
cable
little,
tie type
yeah, it's
things.
like probably cable tie is the best way, but they're adjustable and movable,
Yeah.
and they work a treat clipping them onto the bags.
Yeah, so we use those to clip the ears onto the bag, but also the last time we used it to clip one of the resort mugs
Yep.
to the side, to the strap of the bag once the bag got full. I'm just looking at a photo of a post that I put up recently. Say recently, the 14th of January. That doesn't seem that long ago. Of the things that we've got, and one of the things actually is our printable pack
Yeah, we take our part with us.
because it's got the best uses of those dining plan credits. That basically just triggers our memory to say, oh, well, we want to make the most of this. And yeah, 9 times out of 10, eat what you want, what you fancy, what takes your fancy, drink what takes your fancy. But if, like us, you're trying to beat the mouse, always follow our guides,
I
always follow
I
our
I
plan.
do have expensive taste when it comes to food and
No, you
drink as
do.
well.
You
So
do. And for us, the dining plan always works, but we'll come on to that.
and we do take our pack with us because it's got the notes section on it that we will still scribble things down throughout
Yeah.
the day.
So a pen, make sure you've got a
yeah.
pen.
And I mean, we use a pack. I mean, we're looking at it in front of us just now, going through this.
Yeah, because the packing guide is actually in the pack.
Yeah.
I think I'm going through just now.
We will actually fill that out with our itinerary as well.
Yep.
Where we're going each day and
Yep.
what dining we've got each day. So we do that for ourselves as well as anyone who contacts us and asks us.
That's where the pack initially came from
Hmm?
for our last trip. I made it up for our trip
Mhm.
and then actually realised, you know what, this has actually been quite helpful. So we will share it. And like we said in the first podcast, that's about 800 of them gone now. Which is still frightening to think that 800 people are looking at our pack.
But hopefully it's helping 800 people.
Yeah. I think it will be. Aim. I do. I think it will be.
And that's the main aim with all these podcasts and all our videos and all our posts as well, is just making sure that,
the word gets out and it does help.
That people are getting help from this.
Yeah. So another thing that maybe we should speak about is not so much what to pack in a park bag, not so much what to pack in your suitcase, but what apps you need on your phone in preparation for going. So obviously the My Disney Experience app is the main.
Yeah, we've touched on that, and I can't stress how good that app is in itself. It will get you through your holiday,
Yeah.
as long as you know it and understand it.
Yeah. The next app would be the CSC Go app, and that is used for the washing
Yep.
machines
Yep.
in the Disney resorts. I don't know about Universal resorts. I don't know about any other hotels, what they use, but Disney used the CSC Go app.
Yep.
And it was $3.25 for a wash and $3.25 for a dry. I have seen recently that UK cards haven't been accepted now to load money onto the app,
Right.
but people are saying Monzo's still working.
Right. Okay.
Because I think that's because it's an online bank and it's
Yeah.
not an actual branch.
Not associated with specific countries.
Which we do use. We use Monzo when we go a lot.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we take with us is our Monzo card. We do have it on our Apple Wallet, but we also take the physical card with us. We do have a referral code for Monzo. Obviously, everyone with a Monzo account has a referral code. Should you want it, we would happily send you it. You get free money. So do we. Always pays for a drink when you go. The Instacart app. We would not do a Disney holiday without Instacart. We wouldn't. We personally have never had issues with them. Somebody we've spoken to recently had a slight issue with them, but it wasn't. It was easily resolved. They have never been any bother for us at all.
No.
You can have them leave at bell services at your resort as long as you leave your full name and not even your room number because you can arrange this before you travel. As long as they have your name
Yep.
and your arrival date, if it is for before you travel, then they'll happily hold it for you unless there's alcohol. You have to meet them
Yeah, for alcohol. Yep.
to get your alcohol because they need to check your ID yet again. And the Lyft and Uber apps.
Yeah.
It's still the same Uber app that you use here.
Yep.
As soon as you get to the States, it'll convert to dollars. Lyft, we don't use here obviously in the UK, but for us, Lyft is always cheaper than Uber.
We find that Lyft's cheaper unless you're going down the minivan
Yeah.
option, which is more expensive.
Yeah, minivan's ridiculous price, but it's an experience all the same. It's one you probably need to do once.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's possibly
A lot of people will mention the MCO app, for
the MPC, Mobile Passport Control.
yeah.
Yeah. So that I actually had that question the other day. Would you recommend it? For us,
Never used it.
we've never used it.
Never felt the need to use it.
It does state on the app and on the website that you have to be a returning visitor on the same ESTA to use it. But we've heard stories of people not having entered the USA before at all and been able to use it, but we've also heard of people who have been sent to the end of the normal line.
Yeah.
So for us, it's not worth, after a 9-10 hour flight, to wait in mobile passport control to then be moved.
And in fairness, if you're flying British Airways, which flies into Terminal C, it's only at an Aer Lingus just now. I believe Virgin are going into it
Next month.
So the control lines have never been that long all the time
No,
we've been
they've
there.
not been long, but I think it's also helped the fact you collect your luggage first before you go through passport control. Whereas at Terminal A/B, you all go through passport control first before your luggage. And I do think that helps space out the crowds a wee bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be the same when Virgin and British Airways always seem to land at the same time. Remember that used to happen to us when we went to Terminal AB? They both used to land at the same time and it was just carnage.
Yep.
But I do think it will help slightly by having the luggage collection first. And also make sure you will be taking your cards on the plane, but if you want a luggage trolley MCO, it's $7 and they only accept card payment.
Yeah.
We tend not to get one because we don't need one. All our trolleys are on wheels. Darren's hold all goes on his back. Like I say, we've only got 3 going out. We don't have any more. The kids take their own trolley, like their trolley cases. So we don't tend to need one, but they are $7 and it is a card purchase. Yeah, I think that's about all for this one.
Again, as we always say, if there's any questions coming from this, please contact us.
Yep.
On any of the socials, Instagram, etc. Please just contact us, ask us anything. We are getting a lot of questions, so there is going to be quite a few of these podcasts that are just Q&As basically of questions that we've actually had from people that are planning that first trip for that 100th trip.
Yep.
So yeah, as always, thank you very much for listening along. I again apologise for Ashley's tangents.
The next episode is actually Q&As.
Is it?
From followers.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to that. But as I say, as always, thank you very much for listening along with us, and we'll see you the next time.